It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with a very special succulent tip of the day. By popular request, I have begged and borrowed my husband Greg so that I can show you how to do the succulent gutters step by step. Hold for applause. Okay. Step one is to measure the area that you want to hang the gutters on. I want my gutters in between my fence posts, and so how wide is that?
7 foot 3 inches.
7 foot 3 inches. At the box store, these gutters come in 10-foot lengths. They run about $5 a piece. To save time, Greg has put the gutters in one gutter inside of the other, and he's going to saw them both through at the same time. Okay, now that we've got our gutters cut, what is the next step?
Well, we put the end caps, one end cap on one end of the gutter. And you can buy these at the box store. They come in a pair. They're about $9 for the pair.
Okay.
Make sure everything is secure. Flip it around. And now we're putting our hangers on because these just slide right on.
The hangers are to support the gutters on the fence line, right?
Correct.
And how many do you recommend for a 7-foot gutter?
We're going to try probably 5 because you do have a lot of weight with the soil. So I'm going to put 5 in here.
Okay. Okay, the next step is to take your handy dandy power drill and you are going to drill your holes for drainage. Now here in California and San Diego, we get so little rain that we're only going to drill about 1 foot apart. If you live in an area of the world where you get more rain, you can always drill more holes, right?
Correct.
But it's important to use a drill and not try to pound a nail through the plastic because it will tear.
I am using a 1/2 inch wood bit because that's the only thing I could find. But it doesn't matter what type of drill bit that you use. It goes through the plastic very easily. Perfect drainage.
All right, now as far as placing the gutter on the fence line, you do what you want. I'm going to do a row of 2, so I want my gutter up pretty close to the top of the fence. Greg is taking his drill again. He's changed the bit to a screwdriver, right?
Correct.
And he's going to take these little screws, and this is kind of a 2-man job at this point.
No, that's fine.
You're okay? All right. And he's going to go ahead and land his first screw.
Going to put one in.
All right.
Now I can go ahead and measure or level.
There's nothing sexier than a man doing man things, is there? Can I get an amen?
Adjust your hangers. Okay.
Voila! It's level, so he's going to go ahead and screw in the rest of those supports. And then we'll get to planting. All right, now that Greg has got the gutters hung, I am going to fill them with a very porous potting soil. So you can also use sphagnum moss. I don't have any sphagnum though, so I'm not going to do moss. I'm going to do the soil. Then I am going to be popping cuttings in, because again, that's what I have at my disposal. I've got all these cuttings. Ooh, is that fabulous? So I'm just going to be taking and popping pieces right in and on top of the soil. All right, this whole project took about an hour from start to finish. Now granted, we had all of our materials collected and ready to go, but it's a really, really quick project. I collected a lot of these cuttings from a maintenance that I did yesterday. Others I repurposed from the gutters that were up here before. You will notice that I put in some string of pearls, some Senecio, trailing jade, and I popped in some Aeonium kiwi in places, and some Crassula undulata to bring in some height, so it looks like it's been here a lot longer. Now again, if you live somewhere where you get a lot of rain, or it's very, very hot, you might not want to work with cuttings. You might be better off working with rooted plants, and you might also, if you get rain, want to go with sphagnum moss as a medium instead of soil, because it's more porous and it will dry out faster. I'm gonna water these gutters as needed. I mean, there's no point in watering them now since they're cuttings. We need to wait for them to harden off and throw off some air roots, so it'll probably be a couple of weeks or so before I water them. But yeah, it's a super quick, easy project. It's a great way to store plants that are left over that you might not have a home for in a really, really attractive way. You'll also, obviously notice that we did not paint these gutters. We have many times spray painted them, but we didn't want to take the time. And I have a lot of really bright color in my garden already, so I kind of like the idea of them being white. Another thing, because this is just a day for things, you may have noted my Design for Serenity sweatshirt, which is now available to purchase. If you want to get your Laura Eubanks on, you want to get your Design for Serenity on, you want to get your vibe going, we've got really cool hats, we've got the visors, we've got the sweatshirts, we've got pop sockets, we've got a lot of cool stuff for you. Here's Greg took off his hat. Isn't it so nice? So yeah, if you're interested in some Design for Serenity merch, just head on over to the website, to the swag shop, and shop till you drop. This has been Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity, reporting in my backyard with gutters from start to finish.